After a night at the YPF petrol station in El Carril, we drive through the Quebrada Del Escoipe towards Cachi. It's a tarmac road until you get to the famous Cuesta Del Obispo. For about 16 kilometres, the road is just sand and dust through all the sharp switchbacks. We'd planned to stay on a campground in Cachi for a few days, but disaster strikes and we end up with a major clutch problem.
We're on our way up to Cachi on the Ruta Provincial 33. We decided to take that little detour. We couldn't do it 7 or 8 years ago because it was just pissing down with rain. Today it's nice and sunny and we're looking forward to it. Cachi is about 1,000 meters higher than we are right now. We're going to spend the weekend there. We're driving along the Quebrada Del Escoipe, the river. Now we're on a single road, the other one is up on the top. Interesting. We're going down. One-way traffic. The two roads are joining again and then we go over a bridge. It was only about half a kilometer or so. We ran kilometer 33, still traveling along the river, which is pretty dry.
We started off in El Carril at 1200 metres altitude, and the first 46 kilometres are nicely tarmacked and go steadily up. But once you get to the famous Cuesta del Obispo at an altitude of around 2,500 metres, the road is washboard and extremely dusty.
We are now on a ripio. It's up the switchbacks. They haven't tarmacked that one yet.
For the next 16 kilometres, the driving is slow and tough, and you gain another 1,000 metres of altitude before you get to the highest point of the road at 3,457 metres.
Nasty little water crossing. Oncoming traffic. This is where we just came out. It's a very dusty road. We're now at over 3,000 meters high. We can see all the switchbacks. It's a little bit firmer, the ground, not quite as dusty. And eventually we're going to hit the tarmac. So somebody is being towed on the back of this one here. And the doble remolque, poor guy, he's waiting for us. That's nice.
It's nice of him. He knows this, he needs a wide
thing, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. That must be a nightmare with this kind of bus, truck.
Fuzzy cow on our right.
Little cow and truck. Fuzzy, 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 fuzzy.
Yeah, but
It's going across the
There's a
road.
van as well.
Yeah, poor thing is confused.
Yeah, because he's got...
Sweetie, sorry. The bends are really narrow here. We're at 3,100 meters now. And it won't be long and we're back on tarmac, hopefully.
Does it say up there that how far? Or is it
2 kilometers to my viewpoint, but I don't know if that's... I think maybe we're on tarmac. We already had like 2 meters of tarmac before and then it turned back into review. Kilometer 59, so yeah. It'll be iffy, but oh, it makes such a difference. Oh, here's the view. You can still see that doble remolque down there trying to make its way up. What a road. We've got foxes up here. There's one behind us too. No, we're not feeding wild animals, sorry. So this is the little Capilla San Rafael, apparently at 3,457 meters. Our GPS didn't show that. We were at 3,980 something. But this is the highest point. This is the inside. Unfortunately, it stinks of pee. Men.
After the pass, the road goes down to Payogasta. We have a very strange cloud over us, and the sun produces rainbow colours through the thin cloud layer.
So we made it to Cachi yesterday, and Helen parked here so I could check out the campground. And when she tried to start the motor again, we couldn't put the clutch in, and the cable was really loose, the pedal was down on the floor. We thought the cable was broken, but no, that's not the case. We need a new disc in the gearbox, and we are very fortunate because right on this corner is a mechanic, Nelson, who is going to take the part out now, because there are millions of different discs with different diameters, and we need to find or we need to measure the right size to be able to order the part in Salta.
So after a few hours of taking things apart, we've got a big hole in there. It's now time to raise the gearbox using this. So this is going to be put inside to get the parts out that we need to measure so we can order something. Well, this is what we look like inside. Let's hope nothing else gets ruined. Nelson tried for hours to take the clutch kit out with the winch, but there's always something in the way. The only way to get the clutch kit out is to lower the motor, but for that you need to take the axle off, and right here on the street there's no chance to do that.
We're still working in the dark. We just can't get the freaking thing open and moved. So poco a poco.
See.
So now Nelson is trying from below to pry the clutch apart to get to the main part that has disconnected. The problem with Fiat engines is that it's all so tightly packed in there. At 3 o'clock in the morning, he finally manages to connect the part. It just jumped in more or less by chance. Phew. Unfortunately, he's got other jobs to do the next day, so we have time to take a closer look at Cachi. It's a small colonial town with around 5,000 people that's up at an altitude of 2,531 metres and is surrounded by snow-covered mountains reaching as high as 5,000 metres. The architecture is principally colonial Spanish style, with adobe homes painted white. In the central plaza is the Church of Cachi, a recognised national historical monument built in the 16th century, and the Archaeological Museum that has more than 5,000 pieces covering a time period of 10,000 years. It's a really beautiful and peaceful place, but unfortunately with our clutch problem, we can't really enjoy it.
These are the yummy empanadas they do here in the north of Argentina. So we're close to get it finished. Nelson is just putting the tubes back and everything. It was a tiny little part inside the gearbox, or inside the gear discs, that broke, and he managed to find a replacement part and fiddle it in somehow with his fingers. Taking all the engine apart, or the gearbox apart, wasn't actually necessary after all, so there was a lot of work for nothing.
Whole day,
but
until 3 in the morning.
But we're now looking good. Helen managed to get the gears in.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's holding.
It's 10 to 4.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the campground for the night. We need a shower and everything. But yeah, hopefully.
So does Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny needs a shower too. We parked here for 4 days now, and it's a dusty corner. So you can see we're covered in dust, but it doesn't matter because we go down.
Dune.
Yeah, sand dunes. We're going down the Obispo tomorrow, and then it's going to be filthy dusty again, so we're going to clean it up all afterwards. So it's 7:30 in the evening, another long day. I can't even talk anymore. We're at the campground. Helen did a test drive and everything's working. And we're now eating. I have a soup. Helen has quesadillas with ketchup. I'm really struggling to talk.
Last ketchup, that's it.
One last ketchup from a burger place.
No.
Enjoy it. How long did he work for? From 9:45 all the way almost to 5 o'clock. It was some kind of a little part on the inside, and he gave me a long explanation what was the problem. I will sort it out another day, but it's working. He did some extra stuff that actually helped us to adjust the pedal as well. He put some rubber rings and stuff like this in there, so in the end Nelson did a really, really good job.
He just doesn't know how long it'll
But
hold.
he is a very meticulous, almost slow worker. That's why it took, how many days did it take in total?
Well,
We got stuck on Friday, right? Yeah.
He came Friday night.
Friday night he worked until
No.
he came Saturday morning.
Yeah.
He worked until 3 o'clock Sunday morning. Then he was supposed to come back on Monday at 9 o'clock, but didn't show up. He had another job and he couldn't obviously finish that one either, so he came this morning, Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
We've been standing in the dust on that street corner for 5 days. Vinny looked like hell. And when we got up to the campground here, which is just around the corner from where we actually stopped, but it was uphill, and without a gear we couldn't have been going uphill. Otherwise we probably would have pushed the motorhome into the campground.
Yeah.
But that wasn't an option. So we were looking forward to showers, and we gave Vinny to a big wash on the outside. Helen cleaned it up on the inside. We got rid of all the oily paw prints and God knows what. He looks clean again. It's not really something we should do before we go back on the dirt road, which we're gonna do again tomorrow, but it was so filthy we just couldn't stand it. We felt filthy just looking at our own motorhome. So we cleaned him up. We emptied our toilet, and we've got a brand new toilet which has a capacity of almost twice as what the old one had, but it gets so heavy I could hardly carry it to the toilet. It's probably like 25 liters, if not 30, that goes in there. And so we just about managed while we were standing on the street to not overflow on the toilet. So we got that all done, and then we had a shower. I think it was one of the best showers I had in decades, just because we needed it so much. It was actually, the shower head was more like what is it?
Tap.
Yeah, it's like
a
a tap, and it felt like a cascada, a waterfall coming down. There was no spray, but it was nice and warm, and it was just the right thing. And now we're having a meal. And because we're on electricity here in the campground, we tried out something brand new. We have a brand new electric heater. Also very late, because we could have done with it for...
Yep. There you go.
It has 1,000 watts or 2,000 watts, and it has a fan as well. And we can adjust the heat on the side. It has 2 dials. Can you turn it around? So we bought the Mercedes of electric heaters here in Salta, actually. And it blasts out really nice hot air, doesn't it? But we're still too hot in here, so we might as well just switch it off right now. I had to get an adapter because they have different types of plugs here. This is these are 220, but they don't fit in our regular box, so I had to get an adapter to fit it into our power socket. But here we go. Now we don't actually need it that much anymore. Once we're down at almost sea level, it's going to be hot. But for the next adventure in some high altitude country in the future. So we're driving through Cachi at the moment.
Yeah, because we got stuck in one-way system.
Yeah, but it's
are.
working. Helen gets the gears in.
Just about.
Right.
How's
it working?
No, dust.
So much for cleaning Vinny too last night. Second street in town is already a dirt road. Never mind. We're going on a 16-kilometer stretch of dirt road today. Bye, Cachi.
Bye, Cachi.
We're happy to leave.
It's over there now.
So, we were at the highest point. Now we're going down.
Down. After 5 nights in Cachi, we drive the same way back to El Carril. It's a beautiful sunny day and the Cuesta del Obispo is even more impressive. This time we even get the drone out.
Life is good again in Argentina. We're on top of the Obispo. Before we're going down into the dirt and dust and lemon meringue pie.
Sort of. It's not quite, but it's
yummy. That's from Cachi. And what did it cost? It was so dirt cheap. It was 100.
2 lemon meringue pies and 4 bread rolls
for $1. We're gonna put on weight next season when we just spend more time in Argentina with all these yummy, delicious things. We will have lost some weight before that in Canada, so we can stuff our faces afterwards.
When we come back. That's the plan.
So the 16 kilometers of dirt road are starting right now.
Schweizli.
Here comes the Swiss motorhome. Give them a wave.
Molly. We're a little worried the clutch could disconnect again on this bumpy road, but so far it's holding in place just fine.
This is the really sandy lower bit. Almost there. We've got what, 2 or 3 kilometers? Holy shit, with a bicycle towing it. So one more big bend to go and then we're back on asphalt. And we almost dropped 1,000 meters from the top. It was far easier to go down than up. Just around the corner is the tarmac. So last look onto these beautiful mountains. Thank God we're back down and gears are working. Asphalt is coming. There it is. Helen can't wait to see the asphalt. Tarmac. Right after the Vado sign, we're back on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Well done, Helen and Vinny too. Well done. I'm just the photographer, videographer here. Oops. Now we can speed back to El Carril. So is the bit where the road divides. We've done it on the way out. Now we're doing it on the way back. It's a very interesting concept, isn't it? It looks a little threatening. Ooh, overhanging.
It's not good for the big trucks then.
No, overhanging. Something I really don't like. Beautiful light though this evening.
At least it's one way, so I don't have to worry about
It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's easier on the bottom, but more interesting here up on the top. Here. Now we're back on the two-way. Oh, big hole here. Interesting concept. Phew. This is YPF fast food, but it's good. Chicken and vegetables and French fries. We're actually enjoying it.
In our next video, we drive south through the amazing Quebrada de las Conchas. We've less than 2 weeks to get Vinny 2 to Piriápolis for storage, and so we choose the most direct route across Argentina.
Beautiful, beautiful design.
My hairnet! It's my hairnet!